Hi, my name's Tanya Grant. I work for Spotlight Wollongong. I've been there 21 years. And yeah, the pay's not great. I think we're on the lowest award. Retail is not the greatest because I have to work every second weekend. So I miss a lot. I've got 8 grandchildren, so 3 children. My husband passed away when my kids were young, so I'm very close to my family. So I really like to spend time with them. And I do miss out on a lot of the grandchildren's sporting events and things like that. Oh, they do soccer and dancing. The girls do dancing. I only barely earn $30,000 a year. So I have a very tight budget, so I'll have to tighten that more. Like I have to think twice when I'm using my car. You know, well, can I afford to use it again? Because I only allow a certain amount of money of petrol a fortnight. They've got no idea. I think they live in their own world. It's, yeah, I don't think they can even imagine that someone's living on $30,000 a year.
What have you had to go without because of that?
I need to put all my expenses on my credit card, and some of them they need to get the money out from their mortgage. So it's very, very difficult for everybody.
I've noticed some women with children here. How tough is it on families?
Oh, it's very, very difficult because some of them they got young kids. So it's very, very difficult.
What have you been told by your employer?
Nothing. Basically nothing. Lendlease won't bother us. They just ignore us. And now we are standing in front of their building, and they didn't even want to come to talk to us. At the end of the day, we just want to be paid. It's the workers they are suffering. They are people. They need to put the food on the table.
What do we want? Fair pay! What do we want? Fair pay! What do we want? Fair pay! What do we want? Fair pay!
My name's Erin and I am a casual hospitality worker. I currently work at a club. For me, working as a casual, you have to consider the inflexibility of being a casual. You don't get holiday leave, you don't get sick leave, you don't, things that most people working full-time take for granted. Would mean that maybe it's one step closer of becoming totally self-reliant and being able to get a mortgage and get a house, or go on a nice holiday, or be able to finance a family, that sort of thing, without having to budget all the time and be so strict and be so stringent.
Along with the roster change and the attack on our conditions, they've also attacked our hourly rate. During our EBA negotiations, the company had a set agenda, did not move 1 inch. Under the Fair Work Act, they considered themselves to bargain in good faith.
I mean, I can't see how one party can dictate and one party can negotiate. And that's not negotiating in good faith.
No. And eventually the same commissioner who was conciliating on our EA talks also cancelled the agreement and hence put us on the black coal award. Fair work legislation needs to be seriously looked at. One man made this decision, and I think it's wrong. It's affected our community, family life and the workers at Griffin Coal.
In October we got notice from Alcoa that they didn't require the ship anymore for the run, basically to cut costs. And we found out from a newspaper in Portland that it was our last voyage and that we were going to be made redundant.
About 40 security guards stormed the ship. They dragged each of the crew members out of their bunk, gave them 10 minutes to get dressed, marched them down the gangway, and the result was the ship sailed off with a foreign crew and we were abandoned on the wharf in the middle of the night. We have so much pride in what we do, and to be stripped and robbed of your job in your own country, I mean, it's heartbreaking.
You got to wonder where the government's going when they can just willfully remove you from your place of work, especially with a force of security guards that we don't even know if they got clearance to be there or not.
We're already seeing the attacks on Australian jobs in multiple industries. We just need to get Australian people to understand they're potentially in the firing line and stand up and fight back.
I've worked here for over 40 years. I was a brewery employee and then I got outsourced for the first time.
They were all retrenched and outsourced to a labour hire company. They've ended their contract just recently in the last 3 months.
They started advertising our jobs while we're still working. On the day of our retrenchment, they falsely lure us to a hotel where we get told our contract's been terminated, we're no longer welcome at the brewery.
We could come back. The catch was we had to sign up for 65% less and worse conditions than what we were on.
We had to be escorted back in to get our tools. I've worked there for 40 years. I'm hardly a terrorist, but that's the way they like to treat you when you're in this situation. Since then, we have the insults of saying, well, we've made an over-award payment offer. So the over-award payment's 50 cents. You couldn't even buy a beer to celebrate your over-award payment, could you?
The incentive's lost to work hard, to get yourself skilled, to try and get a good job when you can just be thrown out, really. If a company this size gets away with treating their workers like this, who have been loyal and done the best that they can do for the company, why wouldn't other companies do this? I just think it's a really low act.
The fight here is not only for us here, for our conditions, it's for everyone's conditions.